James Rhodey Rhodes, aka War Machine, coming to Marvel Strike Force. Well, the hype is real. Talking about him and his potential kit. Let's go smash it.
ValleyFlyin.
Hey, what's up all you Valley Maniacs? ValleyFlyin here. I am back. Welcome to the channel. Now, in this video, we are talking about War Machine. Now, why War Machine? Where's this guy coming from? Well, we had an announcement on the Marvel Strike Force official Twitter page. Now, we already knew that we're getting 3 new characters in update 2.3. And from a data mine, it looks as if this update is dropping on January 22nd, so next Tuesday, so in a few more days. But this morning, the official Twitter page had this video. Now, this is the end of the video. Let me roll the footage as we keep going. War Machine knocking everybody out. Some big blasting damage. Looks like a very, very powerful character. And, man, I am hyped. Now, if we remember what was said about this character a while ago, the indication was that he was a very, very strong blaster character. Now, if we want to look back at some things that have happened before, we can take a look at some other things from Datamine. Now, what do we know? Well, there was Falcon in there. There was Mantis in there. We have some of these other characters in there that are in the game, but non-playable. But we had a few War Machines. We've actually had a couple different War Machine avatars. We've had a Yellow Jacket. Let's take a look at this War Machine icon. And we also got some of his skills, so we could kind of speculate on what his skills will be. I will get to that in just a little bit, but let's take a look at what his avatar will look like. These are 2 different War Machine versions that were in the data mines. One with dual shoulder cannons and one with a single shoulder cannon. Now, I think this one is a little more recent. I think this one is a little older. I probably would prefer this one because I think that the dual shoulder cannons just separates him a little more visually from Iron Man. You know, obviously the reskin on that would separate him because of the color change and everything. But yeah, so one of these. Now, even with these in a data mine, it does not mean that this is what is actually going to be coming in the game, because as we know from the Ant-Man release, this is what was data mined for Ant-Man. This is what was actually released. So they may have changed some things since then. Now, if we want to look at what his kit can potentially look like, his tags and everything, you could look no further than his main man, his buddy, his brother in arms, Tony Stark, and his Iron Man suit. So let's go back to the game and check this thing out. All right, so let's go and look at Iron Man's kit. Oh, we don't want that. Let's go take a look at Iron Man. Where is he? I don't have him built up very much, but all right. So as we can see from Iron Man, he is a hero. He is a global. He's a tech. He's a blaster, and he's Avenger. I don't know why they would make it different, but I'm pretty sure that they would give War Machine these same tags: hero, global, tech, blaster, and Avenger. Now, what is War Machine's kit gonna look like? Well, we already saw some of his moves in the trailer, but what is the wording of the kit gonna look like? Well, we could take a look at Iron Man's kit. Well, his basic is an attack, has a small chance to a chain. Nothing too interesting here. It's just some big old damage. Is that what we can expect from War Machine? Is he gonna be a little more tricky than Iron Man? I don't know. I hope so, given that he's a new character, but I also feel that Iron Man should be a little better because he is the original. All right, Iron Man's second skill, Rocket Barrage. This is an AoE attack, and it is unavoidable, and it does a little more damage if Captain America is your ally. Now, Captain America and Iron Man have a unique interaction of this move. It's almost like a tag-up move. It's a different move than when Iron Man is on the field himself. I am hoping that visually when Iron Man and War Machine are both in the battle, both teammates, that they would have some kind of unique visual change to one of their moves. I'm crossing my fingers. I'm hoping that is what we will see. Unibeam another just big damage dealer. And then let's take a look at his passive. Iron Man's passive, extra crit chance, and he's giving extra crit chance to tech allies, and he's giving a little extra crit chance to all allies. And is that what is going to happen with War Machine? Well, let's go over and look at the actual icons that were data mined and see if we can figure out what War Machine's kit is going to look like once he comes to the game, just by looking at the visual of this. So let's take a look there. All right, so let's look at his basic right here. Now this, to me, looks like one of his Gatling guns. So what does this say to me? Well, I think of Gatling gun, I think of a single target attack for this game. And because he's a blaster, probably not going to be applying a lot of debuffs or removing things. Maybe he could. Maybe he's a very strong blaster and could put defense down with this basic. Maybe he'll put, maybe he'll remove a buff with this. I mean, there's a bunch of ways they could go, but at the very least, because of what was said previously, I think it'll be a very strong damage move, and then anything on top of that will be gravy. But it is a basic attack, so I don't expect anything too fancy with this move. Next is his special. Now, what do I see here from this data mined image? Well, I see War Machine right there. I see a rocket flying out of one of his shoulder cannons, and this rocket's a little short, which reminds me more of a bomb. So when I think of bomb, I think of splash damage. So attacking the adjacent targets and doing some good damage there again, because if you compare him to Iron Man, I think he's going to have a lot of base damage and will just wreck some stuff. I mean, visually, the animations look good from that Twitter account. And we're going to take a look at that again because I think that was from his ultimate. But what can we expect from this? Other than the splash damage, maybe he has a few other tricks up his sleeve. I think because the base damage is going to be high on this, and his base damage is high, plus the percent damage I think will be pretty high on this. I don't think there'll be a lot of tricks. Or they go the opposite way, make the percentage a little lower and give him a few more tricks, maybe removing some buffs, maybe applying a taunt or something with this, because you know, it's just a little tricky. I think the characters nowadays a little more tricky. But this is his special, and I think it's going to attack a few different targets because it looks like a bomb to me. What do you guys see? Let me know in the comments down below, huh? All right, next. This is his ultimate, and I am expecting some big things from this. I'm expecting some big damage from this. There's a few different bombs. There, he's firing his hand cannons. He is flying in the air. I think animation-wise, this could look very good, and we actually saw this. So let's go back real quick and look at the animation because it looks nice. All right, so this is his ultimate. Just taking out the enemies. Looking good. I think it's going to be a very, very strong skill. Let's go look at what the icon indicates again. Oh, actually, we're right here. Now, if this hits your team, it could be totally disaster for any kind of plan you would have. It could take out your whole team like it did to those minions in that clip there. But I think this is going to be a strong AoE attack. And what else can it do? Well, maybe it'll remove some buffs like vision. Maybe it'll do some other thing. Maybe it'll apply some debuffs to the other team. Maybe blinding them. Maybe slowing them. Who knows? Maybe it's just pure damage, just like Iron Man. Maybe it's just a damage machine. Goes along with him, with his what he does thematically. So I think a lot of damage, what you can expect. Anything on top of that, I think will be gravy. I think those will have some high percentages associated with this skill. But again, let me know what you think. What do you think of these skills? And the last one is just his passive. Now, not too much indicated by this icon. They could go a bunch of different ways. Iron Man just had that one icon as well. Iron Man's gave more crit chance to his allies. He gives it to his tech allies a little more. But what can we expect from this? Well, maybe they will go in the opposite direction and give War Machine more crit damage with the passive, you know, and applying that to more tech teams. And that would give a nice synergy with Iron Man and War Machine, making both of these characters better and being able to use them in a tech team. I think if they release this character with synergies like that, I would be in favor of it, because a lot of people like Vision, they like Star-Lord, they like these more versatile characters. Is that what we can expect from War Machine? I hope so. I like theory crafting, and if they release more characters that you could put in many different teams instead of pre-built teams, I think it adds more value to this game. So I am hoping that we will get more changes as far as what we can expect from characters and the versatility that we could use them and use them in many teams. So what can we expect from the other moves? I have no idea, but we can look at some MCU footage behind me of War Machine in action. Maybe the devs were inspired by some of this type of footage. Who knows? But the more important question, I think, and I want to ask you guys, I want to hear from you guys in the comments, who are the other two characters coming to the game? War Machine's inclusion seems so random, and they went back to a character that was data mined a long, long time ago. Maybe they're using another data mine character, Mantis. We do have a Guardians rework coming. Maybe she is another character. Maybe they'll go with some other random characters like Falcon, Yellow Jacket, who are also data mined to have avatars in the game. I don't know. Maybe someone else. I want to hear from you guys. Leave your comment down below. And if you like this video, subscribe to the channel. Smash on that like button. Join the notification squad as well. If you want to support the channel, BlueStacks, it is my emulator of choice to play any game on your PC. Marvel Strike Force included. There is a link. If you click on that link, it does support the channel. It does not cost you anything either. So good way to support the channel. Help me make better content. But that is it for now. 2018 Part 3 coming soon, probably next week sometime. And I will see you guys next time. I do have another question. What you gonna do, brother, when ValleyFlyin and all the Valley Maniacs come down on you, dude? Huh? ValleyFlyin out!